Greetings. Welcome to Karenhopes 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration Weekly Review. Thank you so much for being here today, y'all. I know you're going to hear a little noise tonight. It's a little noise. It's been a very, very busy day. Very busy weekend, actually, from Friday to now. There's been a chain of events that have been no less than challenging. But there's been some things in between that have been promising, which is always so good to have. Smack dab in the middle of challenges, right? Okay, that's what promise is for. So, I need to include that, mention it, and acknowledge things are promising no matter what is going on around. Okay, so I should start the video off by saying I'm not at home. I'm still in the country. There's tractors and lawnmowers going on outside. There are people talking in the house. I was actually outside earlier and I tried to get this done, but I had a little meltdown. May I explain? Okay, so like out here on my dad's land, on my mom's land, I seriously believe that there are genetically engineered grasshoppers that are bred to attack my face, stick to my neck and my shirt, and as I run, the faster I run, the more they stick. You know, there was a grasshopper that jumped off me and looked at me like, and so I was like, okay, you know what, grasshopper? No, you're not going to do me like that. So then I came inside and got a TV tray, a TV dinner, the TV dinner tray thing. And I propped it up on the porch just so I can have it kind of level to me. And then so y'all can have a kind of backdrop of the land. I was like, grasshopper, I'm the top of the food chain. And then guess what? The fire ants said, no, you're not. Oh my God, I was getting eaten up, a delicious snack. So I came on inside. So now I'm in my daughter's room here at my mom's house. Y'all see my debutante picture? See my debutante picture? I was 21 in that picture. That was 29 years ago. My daddy's in that picture too. His Vietnam picture, like he was in Vietnam right before he came home. You know what? Y'all, I gotta tell you something. Speaking of the promising thing, I think I'll just talk about a lot of inspirational things as we go through this weekly review today. And we don't have to necessarily wrap up the video with something inspirational. We'll use it all in between. We'll start off with this beeping that's going on right now. It's promising. Do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm all the way here, 2 hours away from my home. I'm in my daughter's room. It's beeping like I'm at home, louder than like I was at home. Like, this is a loud chirp, okay? First thing, it's an opportunity to tell me that, hey, you've got a reference. So when you look at this a year from now, you're going to know how far God took you. And you're going to be able to tell someone how far God took you. Actually, it's recorded. I don't have to say a thing. Someone can see how far God took me. I'm already there. That's how we have to look at things. That's the promise. The other promise is looking at this picture. Like that. Looking at that picture over my shoulder. My daddy was probably about 18 or 19 years old. Nah, maybe 20. In that picture. And when I turned 40 years old, I lost my eyesight. I never told y'all about that. Not on here on the YouTube channel. I literally was blind. And I was blind because my daddy was exposed to Agent Orange in 1969. 67, 68, 69. I was born in 1970. So when I turned 40 years old, Agent Orange slapped me in my face, like in my eyes, like punched me in both eyes. Did like that, and I couldn't see. And after 23 major surgeries, excuse me, and laser, high-tech laser surgeries, including something called a cyberknife. A cyberknife, y'all. I went to the doctor on Saturday, yesterday, and I had these electrodes and stuff like hooked up to my head and had brain scans, and it took about 4 or 5 hours to get everything done. And guess what? All this work that they've done, their goal was to, you see these glasses? These glasses, they're the most strong readers that I could ever purchase. But my eyes never worked well enough. They weren't working properly enough to wear a prescription where I could be 20/20. The doctors were like, we're just going to keep doing surgeries and you'll just be buying a new pair of prescription glasses every 6 months. So, hey, let's get you in some very strong readers. You can get them online or whatever. I got this website. And for people like me. And you can wear those until, we get you straight. You could probably see it too. Like, you could probably see the magnetism in these bad boys. Okay, so the ones in CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Dollar Tree, whatever. Those little reader glasses, they're like 3.25, maybe 3.75 if you're at Walgreens. Believe me, I know where to go. And those are the strongest you can get in any store. The ones that I wear are 9.25. And at one point they were too weak. So as of today, as of yesterday, I have a prescription to bring me 20/20. Yay! I get my glasses. I finally get to see 20/20 after 10 years. Oh my gosh. You know what? Promise. It's all promise. Let me tell you something. When you believe God, He will bring you through darkness, literally. Yay! Let's get on with the weekly review, okay? Shall we? Now, we stopped at your future is bright. My future is bright. Your future is bright. You know why? Because we disconnected from the negative and we plugged into the positive, and that light that we are shining from the inside is making a path to our future, and it's lighting it all up, and it is bright. Yours is bright, mine is bright, it's all bright. I can't sing, but I will. You will notice with the rest of these videos that occasionally I will throw in a little ditty, all off tune and everything. You know why? That's why. Oh my gosh. Now, this leads us into our last episode because, okay, I did skip one last week. There was something going on. And you know what? I skipped 2, y'all. We only had 5 episodes this week. Okay, so on Monday, there was stuff to do. And then yesterday, my daddy got sick. I did do the YouTube channel, though. I did do that. And I think I explained about the day there, too. But everything is going along. Now, look. The future is bright. The name of the last episode that I did last week. Now, I've already done today's episode for Sunday, but of course that's the first one for next weekly review, so I'm not going to get into that one. But imagine that, y'all. That's what we have to do. When we want good things to happen, do you know that? I hope this is not shaking too much. I'm sitting on a bed. I will say this quickly. These are the references, you know what I'm saying? The computer shaking, tractor going on outside, thing beeping. We will have a reference in a year and look back at this and say, wow, because I can imagine that. I can imagine it. Imagine whatever you want, right? Anything that we want. That's good. Now look, it's got to be for God's glory. It's got to come from a posture, a place, and a position of positivity, because the universe will not support us if it is not. If everything is failing around us, it's because there's no positivity in it. We have to be practical and say, I've said this before, oh, you mean the people that are in Africa and the people that are starving all over the world? I don't even like to put stuff on Africa. Africa is a rich country, so I'm going to stop putting that negativity out there on Africa, on these countries where children are eating river rats. And how about I just say the backwoods of Arkansas? I can even say that. And the backwoods in Tennessee. We can say, they're starving. They're starving. You think they can be all positive and imagine food and it's going to pop on their table? This is what I want to say. Be practical. Be practical. Be responsible in your thoughts. Don't take yourself there to be so challenging in a situation that's not practical. That's not even your situation. It's not even your situation, because there is someone who is literally starving and will go outside and hunt and find something to eat and think it's a feast. And they will say their positivity and their prayer brought it to them. It does every time. So what I'm trying to say is just to get away from that negative connotation. I'm just trying not to take us there. We want everything to be promising, and we want to come from a position, a place, and a posture of positivity. I'll just say, if you want something good, imagine it. If it'll work, it will happen. Imagine that. Okay, so y'all, we're gonna wrap up this week's weekly review with a little bit more inspiration by saying thank you. Well, gratitude, actually, not inspiration, but gratitude and appreciation, by saying I thank you very much for being here and supporting the channel. It's an awesome exchange of energies, and I really appreciate you being here with me every week to review the weekly podcast, here with me daily to review, or to announce the podcast production and publication, and also on Thursday nights for our Fleeting Thought Thursdays, when we just have like our free expression, nothing to do with the podcast episodes. We just kind of disconnect from that for the week, right? And just talk freely. So thank you again so much for being here, and God bless you and yours, and I will see you again tomorrow on